once that clutter's gone, it will free you up to move forward. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Melinda, plain and simple. A lot of times I get the idea for what I'm going to talk about on Thursday. I get the idea on Wednesday or Thursday morning. And this morning, or today, Wednesday, I didn't really have anything in mind. So I went, well, I don't have anything. So I took my bath, washed my hair, and so you can see my hair's wet. Well, while I was washing my hair, I got an idea for something to talk about. If you've been watching, then you may know that recently I decluttered my ink pens and pencils and those things. Well, you also may know that I write. Mostly I write poetry, but I've always wanted to write a novel, and I have some ideas for characters and concepts and things, but I don't really have the story yet. But one of the things that I want to do once I'm done with my decluttering is to go back to my writing. Someone asked me once about why I had got so much stuff, why I collected so much stuff over my life, and then now I'm letting go of it. Well, if you're like me, you probably have several reasons that you're letting go of things, several reasons you gained things, but several reasons you're letting go as well. And one of the reasons for me is that I felt like the clutter was getting in the way of my creativity. And so that's kind of what I want to talk about. While I was taking my bath, it just dawned on me, it's like I'm letting go of all these pens. And there's a part of us that are like, but I might need those. And I realized I've let go of that, but I might need those thing with the pens. And I wondered why. And I realized the reason is because I won't ever use all of those pens, even if I were writing. One, I might write on the computer, and two, I might write on a pad. But even if I write on a pad, I'm not going to use all of those pens. And then it dawned on me as well, when I do go back to my writing, I don't want those old pens. Even if they write, even if they're perfect, I don't want those. I don't want any, you can call it mojo, whatever. I don't want any of that coming along. Now, I don't have that feeling with the paper. It's just with the pen, the thing I'm holding in my hand. I don't want that, I realize now. And so I'm okay with letting go of all of those pens. I only need pens to use now for daily things. So it's very possible that when I get back to my writing, I will just buy myself a new pen to write with. It'll be a new start. I felt like because of work and all the other things that were going on in my life for several years, I felt like I was still writing. I was still trying to write. I was still writing my poetry, but I wasn't moving forward. It was like I was stuck. I wouldn't really call it writer's block, but I was stuck. I have had writer's block. It's not as simple as I can't come up with an idea. It's a lot deeper than that. But with this, I just felt like I just wasn't moving forward. And I wouldn't call that writer's block. I would just say that's a natural part of the process of being a writer. But now I realized a while back, I needed to get my house under control in order for me to feel okay about spending time with my writing. There was always a part of me when I was writing that felt like I should be doing this or I should be doing that. And also I was surrounded by either the messy room or the clutter or whatever. But only now, I may have realized it before, but maybe I realized it on a different level now. But I realized that it's not just the mess that I felt guilty about not cleaning up, but it was about the clutter was in the way. The clutter was in the way of my creativity. And so I've been decluttering my home since December 31st of what is this, of 20, I don't know what year. Anyway, I've been doing it for a couple years almost now. And so I realize now that clutter was not just visually in my way and not just making me feel guilty about not taking care of everything. Like I was torn. I couldn't fully immerse myself in my writing because there was always a part of me that thought I should be cleaning or tidying up or whatever. And the part of me when I was cleaning up or tidying or decluttering wanted to be writing. And so there was always this torn part of me. And then I was working, and so I wasn't getting the writing done, and I wasn't getting the decluttering and cleaning done. And so work was taking up all of my energy and creativity. You know, I tried to find it where I could, but I realized now that it was the clutter that was the barrier. It kept me from being able to clean up my house quickly. It kept me from being able to tidy up. It kept me from being able to think freely and creatively. And so I want to let go of those ink pens because they are part of the clutter. Now, like I said, I don't feel the same way about the paper for some reason. I may down the road, but right now I'm okay with the paper. But I don't want to write with those pens. So look around your house. Think about in your life. Is there something that you're wanting to do? Is there something holding you back? You know, maybe it's the clutter. You know, look at that and see if there's a part of you that just inside knows that once that clutter's gone, it will free you up to move forward. And I realized maybe a month ago, I started finding that part of myself again. I've been able to maintain the poetic part, but all of the poems that I've written, almost every single poem I have written for the past, I don't know, a year, have been decluttering poems. I never in my life wrote that many poems about one topic. I've never in my life written this many poems this quickly. And so I am very grateful because I feel like it has taught me as a writer that I can do this. And it's made me faster and quicker and opened me up. And I love that. That's pumpkin. And I love that. You're a cricket now. But I'm hoping that will also be the case when I start trying to write my characters and my stories. Because I've always said I have a ton of characters in my head, but they are lazy. They have nothing to do. They're just in my head. And some of them have been in there for years, decades. And some of them are new. Yeah, I just recently got a new character, and I'm so excited to find out who she is. And a writer friend told me they will let you know. So that's why I phrase it that way, because they will let you know who they are. They will let you know their story, but you have to listen. And I've realized I can't hear them. They don't tell me everything because there's too much in the way. And I have to remove that stuff. And so that's what I'm hoping is going to happen. And I feel like it's opening up because I'm getting closer to not really the end. I mean, I'm getting closer to maybe a milestone though. Like maybe soon I'll have that first layer cleared away. I still will have a lot more to go. There still will be layers to go with things. I'm not even close to the point where you just say, okay, I'm in maintenance mode. I'm not there yet. But it's kind of like now I'm starting to feel that part again, that desire again, that part of me that wants to write a story, a novel. I may only have one. I may not, it may take me the rest of my life to do it, and it may never even get finished. But ever since I was a little girl, I've known that that's what I want to do, and I've never been able to do it. There's always been a block. And I think I was the block. I think I was the block and all my clutter around me together. I don't think you can separate yourself necessarily from it. Whatever the reasons are that you have your clutter, it's part of you, and you have to learn how to let it go. And I want that for you. If you have something that you feel like your clutter is holding you back from doing, from accomplishing, from being, no matter how old you are, I'm 64, and no matter how old you are, you can hang on to those dreams. But you've got to move this stuff out of the way, whatever that stuff is, whether it's physical, whether it's emotional, whether it is, whatever. You got to move that stuff out of the way and keep moving toward your dream. And you can get there. At least you can try. Because sometimes what our dream is, we end up, once we get there, it may not look like what we thought it was going to be, but it is still just as satisfying. I didn't know I was going to be doing a decluttering channel and writing poems on it. I just wanted to write. I just wanted to write a novel. I wanted to write a story. I wanted to, and I ended up writing poetry. So it didn't look like what I thought it was going to look like. But I finally got to the point where I was like, yeah, that's who I am. That's what I do. That's how I think. That's how I write. And I'm okay with that. But I haven't given up on the part about writing a novel because I still get the ideas. I still have those characters. They're still in there, and they still are trying to tell me their story so I can tell it to everybody else. So let me know in the comments what your story is. What's your dream? And what's in your way? And are you going to be able to start moving it out of the way so you can move forward? That's what I'm going to try to do. So I hope you'll continue on this journey with me as I continue to declutter my home. And I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe I'll write a novel. Maybe I won't, but I'm going to give it a try. So for now, I'm going to say happy decluttering, and I'll see you guys next time. Love you. Bye. You try and you try, but you're still feeling lost. Your wishes and hopes and dreams are the cost. You look all around and you look deep inside, but the answers you seek continue to hide. So what's in the way? What's holding you back? What's pulling your focus first this way, then that? Whatever it is, does it really belong? Or has it taken up space for far too long? If it sits in the middle, disrupting your flow, or keeps you from reaching your ultimate goal, the obvious answer is simple, it seems. Just let it all go and follow your dreams. What you doing, Pumpkin? Yeah? Are you going to declutter some stuff? Yeah.